Good morning, everyone. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor. So, I want to make this video as a final walkthrough more so on the inside of a rehab. These are the things we're going to be covering at the Shadow event come May 20th. But one of the hardest tasks that you will deal with, whether you're a real estate investor or a mentor or a mobile home investor, is dealing with contractors that want to work. Dealing with contractors that don't want to do the job, don't do the job correctly, don't do it in a timely manner. And that's not to discourage you or to talk bad about contractors, because there's a lot of very good contractors, very good handymen out there. But you have to you have to grow that confidence, if you will. And I'm going to do a walkthrough on a home that is considered by the contractor to be done. He is constantly sending messages, hey, give me my final pay, we're done, it's complete, it's presentable, the whole list of, right? Which, when it comes to mobile homes, we're not doing anything grand. Well, there's no fancy in a mobile home, not the ones we invest in. There are some mobile homes on land that we'll get to on another topic as well. But our goal is always presentable, livable. If it's broken, fix it. Make the environment presentable overall. So, a couple issues that we already had with that contractor. So anyway, I'm at the home now doing a personal final walkthrough to see, is it really done? And here's what I want you to learn. Okay, so I'll turn the camera over, and as I'm going up the deck already, okay, this is trash that should be hauled by the contractor. Now, why is it still sitting here on the deck when he is sitting there saying that it is complete? It is not complete. I go into the home, and granted, it has a lot of upgrades. It has definitely been remodeled to a certain point, but it is not complete, and that's where the issue comes in. If it is complete and presentable, why do we still have all this lumber, all this trim sitting on top of the countertop? We need to clean it up, and there is a final cleanup that we do. Again, in your mind, keep presentable. We got to start by fixing what's broken, repairing what's needed, but presentable. When it's time to put it on the market as a rental, as a sale, it doesn't matter. It needs to be presentable to the end buyer, okay? Stuff like this. And this goes a long way, because as a contractor, when you're missing all these little things here, you're constantly telling me how good your work is, okay? Receptacles, that is a big no-no. There should not be multiple receptacles without covers on them. That could be a hazard. That is a hazard. Look at this one here, hanging out of the wall like that. That's not what you want to be seeing. And always putting your shoe. Let me see. Look at this. This is actually, wow. So these are actually wires that not good at all. This is a hazard. All get out. I mean, there's no power into the home at this time, so that's a great thing. But it needs to be capped. It needs to have the right receptacle on it, and that should not be shown like that. If this home required an inspection, that alone would not pass it, because that's a hazard. Getting into the back bedroom. And again, this is supposed to be presentable and done. Why is this vinyl not glued to the bottom, stapled to the floor, or at least stretched out to it? We're seeing the bottom floor at this time, so that is not good at all. Coming in here, okay? I was saying, when you think about if it's a rental, if it's a rent-to-own, lease option, or you're selling, put yourself in the end buyer's shoes. If you walked in here and this was your first tour, what would you be thinking? Oh, this is a beautiful home. Checks out. I love everything about it. Or would you be thinking like me, why is there door handles missing off that closet door? Why is there vinyl and trash laying on the corner? Why is this vinyl sticking up? You're trying to sell me a product for 20, 25, or 30,000 that's not really livable in a sense yet. Toilet still missing, has not been installed, still sitting in the shower. Not good at all, okay? You got all these, and again, some of these could be like this glass missing off of this. It's a little more miscellaneous, but it has to be repaired. If it's broken, you can't find the right glass for it, put something else on there. Get rid of that whole monstrosity that's in there and put just a flat glass up against, because that will be more presentable. This is just negligence right here. I mean, contractor had no real intent to say, finish it up. It's very half. Imagine where I'm going with that. Let me see. Walking to the back again, and it's a little harder to see on video, but all these uneven floors. If you follow my social media, you know what I think about uneven floors. I mean, vinyl will cut on here and it'll start tearing. Not to mention, people have to walk over that. Going into the bathroom, okay? Again, stuff like this. What part of this here says this is done? this is not done. You know, this is not done yet. It needs to be, it needs a sheet of sheetrock on the back, put up there, painted nice and neat. All the stuff in this second shower. Why is the tub full of trash? That's not where these go. You see again, and you know, this is the part where I do become more of a micromanager, because again, you know, I know which contractors I can trust a little bit more to say, get this job done. When they call me, text me, Jay, the job is done, I know it's done. But there's some contractors, and if you're new to this, getting into mobile home investing, you know, you have to be on point. Every day is a check-in. Mr. or Mrs. Contractor, send me some photos, send me some updates, okay? Are there any issues, okay? Did you stumble upon? Don't forget mobile home investing, there could be issues that come about. You know, something as simple as even this vanity. Let's say this vanity maybe had a small leak on the bottom. The contractor saw when he was doing a review, but as he started taking it apart, he realized the whole vanity is damaged. Well, that's more of a kind of, hey, I got to get more material now. I got to call you. There's going to be a little bit more in labor, etc. All these holes all throughout. That's not presentable. Look at this one here. Another wire. Just sticking out. Just, I mean, little sections like this. Oh, well, there's the glass. Keep on walking. You got a gap between this, by the way. This is not good at all. Let me back up a little bit more, okay? This should be shut because, again, you know, summertime, you want to keep it cool in here. Wintertime, you want to keep it warm in here. Now, a quick fix for something like this, the doors obviously have some play in it, but they sell these strips that you can actually put between. It's just, you know, it insulates, if you will, that you can use that. Look at this. No door going into the back bedroom, okay? I keep asking myself, more vinyl. Not good. Another receptacle. Another hole, another hole. You know, I find good and I find bad in these. There's a glass missing here, by the way. There's no glass here. Same as over here. When I'm investing for the first time on a mobile home, I'm looking for all the positives, all the good things, all the opportunities. Because in my mind, I see something damaged, distressed, fixer-upper, etc. I know what I can do with it, and I know what I can resell it because I know the market numbers. Okay, I know what this can be projected. When I'm getting it rehab, now I'm looking for all the flaws. And again, okay, keep in mind that we are rehabbing these mobile homes to a standard of what's around the community, same as you would do in real estate. I am making them livable, presentable, and I'm going to sell it at a comparable. So if the house next door will sell for 25 or 20,000, same bedroom, same size, about the same rehab, then I know what I can sell mine for, okay? I'm not gonna go above and beyond and do all kinds of fancy stuff to it because I know we're not gonna get the money back out of it, okay? That's called smart investing. But you know, this final walkthrough, I'm looking for flaws. Even though it is a mobile home, even though it's presentable as the standard we're looking for, this is not presentable. You know, this is not something that if I was coming in here for the first time as a home buyer or even a tenant, I just want to rent it, this is not something that I would look for and say, oh, looks wonderful. It does not. There's a lot of things missing. And at the end of the day, okay, your contractors work for you, not the other way around. But it is you who is going to put the name out there. When a potential tenant comes in or a buyer comes in here, they're not going to say, hey, your contractor did a very poor job. They're going to say, oh, you're offering very crappy houses. You know, that's what they'll say. So it's almost your reputation is on the line. And look, I can keep going. This is the back bedroom. I would put accordion doors on these closet sections. I mean, I know these rooms are small enough, but you know, this whole entire home, I typically don't like the paint wood looking color because I do like the look of it. But when you have this many mismatching, and when you start doing these holes as well, you can have mismatching color. It's time to paint the entire home. Look at this. This was replaced once upon a time with a complete different color. Whatever, it worked for the time being, but now during this rehab, and look at this from an open view. If you painted this ceiling white, which painting the ceiling is phenomenal because it gives the home an open, just more of a clean, it almost makes the rooms look bigger also. But you also paint all these walls, something like maybe a vanilla color, maybe commercial gray. This would stand out phenomenal. I mean, it would look very nice. The vinyl is a good choice. I love the vinyl. I wish it would just stretch that out and actually made it look presentable. Trim, yes, no, sometimes we use it, sometimes we don't. Again, all this material, just sitting here. I mean, just standing here. That has nails on it. Sticking straight up. Lord forbid we have somebody come in here, do a walkthrough and step on that, okay? Now, again, hazard, cautious, safety. You know, we keep these things up to, look, I didn't make this video to beat up a contractor. Contractors are phenomenal. And one of my go-to things when I talk to a contractor is I love paying contractors. Not everybody can say that. I love paying contractors. Why? Because if I'm paying a contract based on how we pay these contractors, they're getting the job done. If I'm making money, they're making money, we're all making money. At the end of the day, we're providing a service, we're providing opportunities, and we're giving back. We are, because we provide affordability housing, okay? But it's, you know, it's a whole group effort it needs to be. This here, take it as a learning lesson, okay? Something to avoid. When a contractor, especially if it's a brand new contractor you've never hired before, even if they have great reviews, they have great photos, they have a great resume, all that's phenomenal. Everything looks good on paper. I want you to do a job by me, and then we'll learn each other. And that's how you build a relationship. Some contractors won't be for you. You'll fire more than you'll keep. Keep that in mind, okay? But don't get discouraged. Keep going. On May 20th in Central Georgia, I'm going to host an event. I call it The Shadow. That's Shadow Me for a Day. Come out and do what I just did. And we're going to go in a lot more detail. We're going to talk about electrical, the plumbing, the roofing, okay, the decks outside, all the rule regulations the counties require on something like that. What about central heat and air, the electrical, any repairs? You know, all these are specifics, because put your numbers together. I want to see worst case, best case, most likely scenario in each and every mobile home. It starts by learning. Best investment you can invest this in yourself. I hope to see you there on May 20th. It's going to be Central Georgia. One day, it's a Saturday. Come join me by my side. There are limited seats available, and they're filling up fast. So check out the description on this video, and I hope to see you then. Thank you for watching.